All right, folks, how's it going? Here's my purely non-scientific test of Zippo and Zippo style hand warmers, the ones that run off lighter fluid. So the first one I have is the first one I got. It's a small, don't mind it being pink. It was supposed to be orange. They sent the pink one by mistake. Doesn't matter. Stays in its case anyway. These heaters work great, especially this one. I've had it for a while, a few years. It's great. Keep it in your pocket as a hand warmer. You can slip it in your gloves. I'd like to get another one of these to slip in gloves or mittens. You can even slip it down in your boot. They're small. So this one is an actual Zippo branded hand warmer. You guys can see that there, Zippo. They all work basically the same. That's just your top cover. This is your I don't know what it's called. The material that burns catalyzed vapor coming off the thing. Whatever. Take that off. That's your burner anyway. So we'll take the burner off. Then you can fill just the center one on this one or all three with a certain amount of lighter fluid. They each came with, the Zippo came with this little Zippo fluid, and it's marked for 6 hours. It filled to that line. We're going to try for 3. So I don't want this to be a 6-hour test. That's why it's already getting kind of late. So we figure we'll go with 3. So we'll set that aside for now. So that's that one. The next one I got was this one. I bought used locally on Facebook Marketplace. And it's a regular, does pretty much the same thing. Slightly larger. See the difference? More rounded edges. It's a little bit thinner, little low profile. Heat vents at the top, just like this one. They have the heat vents at the top and the sides, front and back. Same thing, take off the cover. Take off the burner. Burner looks a little different in this one, but they're all basically the same. And same thing, it's basically cotton packed in there to soak up the fluid. Then the last one I ordered was cheap. It was on Amazon for $10 delivered to my door. And this one is made in Japan. And you can see, they proudly stamp it on there. You can see that right there. And this one is made in China, and it's not stamped anywhere. Same thing, it's got a burner inside. Put the fluid in there, put the burner back on, light it for about 10 seconds, and wait till it starts going, and that's it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to weigh them. See how much they each weigh. Now obviously this one's going to weigh less than the others because it's smaller, but let's just see how much it weighs. $51.2 grams. Okay. Let's go with the Japanese next. $67.2. 0.1. Okay, let's go with 0.1. And let's go with the Chinese one. Oh, quite a bit heavier. 83.7. My handwriting's terrible, but you guys can read that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take temperature measurements at the start, see what they each weigh cold, what they are cold, just to get a baseline. Then I'll check it in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. They're not going to make it past that. So, okay. So let's do a temperature measure of them. On the Zippo is 21.6 is the max temperature. You guys can see that. That's Celsius. Let's do it in Fahrenheit for you Americans too, just to, so I don't confuse y'all. 71.1. Okay, let's do this one in Celsius first. '21. Even 21 Celsius. Let's check it Fahrenheit. $69.9. And let's go with the Chinese one now. $21.8. They're all roughly the same starting temperature. This is just more for my curiosity. 71.4 Fahrenheit. Okay. Over there. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in 3 hours worth of fluid. This is the filler came with the Chinese one that I got on Amazon for $10. We're just going to stick with the, it doesn't really have marks. It's supposed to be 12 hours. There are lines. I'm going to guess this first line is 6 and that's 12. What we're going to do is weigh them. Another thing I want to bring up was I have three different type of lighter fluids. I have regular, the cheapest stuff you can get at Walmart. M-Zone lighter fluid. Zippo premium fluid, the black stuff. And Zippo in the white. This is supposed to be better, cleaner burning for the hand things. I don't know. It seems, they all three seem exactly the same. But anyway, we're going to do this by weight. We're going to put the same amount in. We're going to say 3 hours. Actually, let's not even use this one. Let's use this one because this one's set for 6 hours. The time isn't going to really matter here because we're doing 2 different size things, technically 3 different. So we're going to fill this up to the 6 hour line on all 3 of them. Let's see. $7.6. Okay, so let's go with 7.8. Let that evaporate for a minute. We'll get it down to exactly 8. No, it's going up instead of down. We'll take the lids off while we're waiting. That to stabilize a little bit. So we can get these all ready to fill. Whatever that stabilizes at, that's what we'll go with. Okay, so we're at 8.3. So let's put 8.3 in this one. You pour it slowly so it wicks into the cotton packing in there. Okay, we'll put our burner back on. We won't light it yet. We're going to light them all at the same time. See what we got here. A little bit heavy there. Still a little bit heavy. 8.2. We're golden. Good enough. Okay, that's the Chinese, this is the Japanese. This Japanese one is very old. the guy I bought it from said it was his dad's. And he was my age, so got it soak in there. Alright, we've got that all in there. Burner back on. Now let's do the same with the Chinese one. No. Perfect first pour. Now I don't expect the times for them to burn exactly the same because they are different sizes, different density of the cotton packing in these and such. I'm just curious for my own information, see performance wise, which one does better. Put the scale away. We're all done with that. Wipe the lighter fluid off on my pants. Put the scale away. Put the lighter fluid away. Okay, now what we need is a lighter. Let's use this. How about that? I used to have such a good little thing. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get a proper lighter. This is terrible. Just a second, people. I know I got a lighter here somewhere. Good golly. Let's see if we can get this thing lit again. There we go. Okay, so let's light this one first. Now you see, you don't necessarily need a torch to do this. A lighter will work. Okay, that'll go. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid back on that one. And we're just going to lean it up against the lighter fluid here, so ease of temperature checking. Let's light this one up. Okay, let's put the cover on that. I can already feel this one starting to get warm. This one's seen better days, all right, but still works. All right, now let's put that up against there. Let's shut off our torch. There. So let's see what they're at currently. We're already at 32 there. 23. 21. Let's go up higher. Yeah, I can feel the heat coming off it already. That one too. And definitely that one. There's a reason that the two on the outside came with these little velvet pouches, or velour pouches, whatever they're made of. Because those things on their own, the steel gets way too warm on your hands. What you want is something. So my wife made me this out of some old fabric. She made a t-shirt or a shirt for me out of, and it's perfect. Put a nice long drawstring on it so I can wear it around my neck so it rests against my chest when you're outside. That helps warm your whole body. All right, so it is currently 4:46 when I lit them. So we'll put that at the top. So at 4:56, we're going to want to check it and see what the 10-minute time is. The little one's definitely getting hotter faster. Is it a good idea to put a hot thing resting up against lighter fluid cans? Probably not. That can's getting pretty hot. Okay, let's pull those away. Let's put that there. Up there. Come on. Let's lean you up against there. Let's take that out. Yeah, these are already getting a bit hot to touch. All right. So there we go. Let the test begin. I'll stop it here and come back every time it needs to be checked, and we'll check it. All right. So we'll just stop the video here. All right. We're back at the 10-minute mark. We're gonna measure it. I'm gonna measure it from the corner, the top corner of the thing, because I'm assuming that'll be the hottest spot. I'll just do a quick check here. Down low, it's 29, 26. 29. Okay, that's not hot. Let's go for the top part first. So let's go with the Zippo first. We'll go right at the top edge. 79.7 after 10 minutes. And that's up from 21.6. Let's see what that is in Fahrenheit. 167.1. Okay, now let's try the Japanese hand warmer. Trying to find the warmest spot we can. 51.7. Which in Fahrenheit is 127. Bang on. And let's try the Chinese hand warmer. .98 98.1. And Fahrenheit is pretty hot. 203.3. Okay. Let's let her go. And we'll come back in another 10 minutes when it's been 20 minutes. All right, everybody. We're here at the 20-minute mark, and we're going to give it another temperature read. So let's see, what do we got here? Hottest part of this one is 83.5 Celsius. Not too much hotter than the 10-minute temperature. What was that? 83 point what? Maybe 3.6. Okay, let's try it in Fahrenheit. .9. Let's try this one now. Let's do the Fahrenheit first since we're there. It's not nearly as hot. 125 Fahrenheit. Oh, it's fairly close. It's pretty close to what it was. Celsius. High of 40.4, which is down from the last one for some reason. Odd. Celsius. This one is hot. 106.4. That's really hot. What is that in Fahrenheit? 235.1. All right, we'll leave her for now and come back in another 10 minutes, and that'll be the half-hour mark, and then we'll jump to every hour. So here we go. All right, here we are at the 30-minute mark. Let's give it another check. So the Zippo at 30 minutes is at 85.5. So it's pretty close. It was 83.6 last. 5.5. Japanese one. $45.7. And the Chinese one is hot. 105.7. A little bit lower than last time, but pretty close. Now let's do this Fahrenheits. Zippo is 210.7. Down a little bit. $123.4. Pretty similar to what it was. This one's hot. Holy moly. 207.8. Now, going by what we know at the 30-minute mark, I'm going to guess this one's going to burn out first. Don't know between those ones. Not sure. We'll have to see. So anyway, at the 30-minute mark, it appears to get up to temperature at around 15 to 20 minutes is when it reaches its peak. We'll say 20 minutes. You can, heck, let's say 30 minutes because that's where we are. So if you're going to be going outside, light it 15 to 20 minutes before you go in and stuff it in your pocket. Your hands aren't going to be cold for the first 10 anyway. So by the time you need to warm up your hands, these will be ready to go. So there you go. We'll be back and check up in a half hour, and we'll add that to the total, and then we'll go over it and see what's what. All right, here we are at the 1 hour mark. Sorry for the furnace going. It always kicks in, as any of you guys who make videos know. If you're in your garage, as soon as you start to film, the furnace kicks on. Okay, let's go. What are we at here? We're in Fahrenheit. Let's start with that. $196.6. $128 even. Ho ho ho. 255.2. This thing is hot. Holy moly. Good thing it has a little pouch to put it in. So let's go through on Celsius now. $101.9. It's hotter than it was. $56.1. This thing's consistently around the 50 mark. 94.4. Okay, so just before I leave and come back in another hour, we started off at 10 minutes at 79 on this one. We're up at 101, 51 on that one, 56, 98, 94. I don't know. We'll analyze it when we're done. See you in an hour. Hey, all right, we're back here. So we're now at the 2-hour mark. So let's see what's what. Let's start with the Zippo again. (82°C). Seems to be dropping a little bit. This one appears to be out. She's done. Done like dinner. We're 30 degrees at the 2-hour mark. So it's still going. What are we at? Oh yeah, it's hot to the touch. We're at 114.2. Hottest yet. Let's go back to Fahrenheit. Do them all over. (173) even. So it's dropped a little bit. We know this one is like nothing. 73.6. So it's almost cooled back down to normal temperature. Ooh, this one's hot. (221.3). All right, so this one's out of the running. And this was the Japanese hand warmer. I had high hopes for that one. I thought it would have been better. So that's out. Left in the running are the 0, 0. Okay, we'll see you in another hour. All right, back again. We're at the 3-hour mark now. Oh, that one's still warm. This one's cool. All right, let's see what we got here. I think we're back to room temperature here. 70.1. Japan is out, so 67.5. And the Japanese one is out. .7. Okay, so it looks like they all made it to the 2-hour mark with what is supposed to be 6 hours worth of fuel for this one. Made it to about 3 hours. The only thing I've really learned from this test is these aren't very accurate with their markings of how long they'll do. You can fill it with that. You can put more than that in it. But how long do you need it to be warm for? You're not going to be having it on there for, 16 hours or something. So, if it makes it 6 hours or something, you can get through a shift and, in your lunch break or something, refill it, whatever. I don't know. Or if you're hunting, take some fluid with you. I think that's perfectly acceptable for me. and they get fairly warm. As surprisingly, the Made in China one, which was the second longest lasting, was the hottest at, what was its peak temperature? 94 degrees Celsius or 255 degrees Fahrenheit. That sucker got hot. Crazy hot. Definitely need to be kept in these cases, these pouches they come with. And because I found when they're in the pouch, also one thing I should add, when they're in the pouch, they burn a little cooler and they burn a little slower because they don't get as much oxygen as they do outside of the pouch. I may do another test and try them inside the pouch and compare the data. And that's what I ended up with. If you guys want to screenshot that and check it out. If not, probably don't, doesn't matter. It just kind of surprised me a bit that the cheapest one of the bunch was the hottest and lasted the second longest. It outlasted the nice old Japanese one that I thought was going to be the winner for sure. I'm surprised the little one lasted as long as it did. So it was all good. No big surprises, but I didn't expect any surprises. Who expects a surprise? It wouldn't be a surprise if you did. What a bizarre statement. Anyway, see you later.